Solo Leveling, episode 10. Man, am I happy this anime is back and rolling. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, Venture back for Geek to cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, and more. This time, Solo Leveling episode 10, and I'm here with the man, the myth, the Marvel. Will, how do you feel about episode 10 of Solo Leveling? We got a lot to break down.
There's a lot going on in this episode, so this is going to be a little bit longer. So, of course, everything combat and stuff was great from the last episode. We saw a lot of things going on with how everything transpired with Tashik, and we're trying to figure out what the ramifications are going forward. So, right now, we know that Dong Su, that's the brother of the hunter that was killed by Jin-Woo inside the thing when that hunter attacked, self defense. He is after Jin-Woo. Like, he is definitely targeting Jin-Woo and trying to figure out what's going to happen. And it looks like he's going to go after his friend as well, with his business partner, Jin-Ho. So, because they're the only two that survived. So we got to see how it's going to go. But they said specifically that the law does not deal with S rank hunters. Like, they have no authority over S rank hunters because they are that powerful. So
It's like trying to arrest Superman. It's just,
yeah. So
you're
if
only
he
going to be
comes
allowed
after him,
to.
that's going to be a fight. So it's either going to be a fight out in public or it's going to be a fight in the dungeon. Most likely, they're probably trying to take him out in the dungeon where there's no witnesses and you ain't got to worry about stuff. But if you're an S rank that has pretty much immunity, so to speak, like the law's not going to do nothing to you, are they really going to stop you if you decide to go attack him in a coffee shop? Like,
I
there's
don't think
nothing.
anyone's strong enough. You
Yeah,
just have to watch it happen and be like, well,
like
this is it.
there'd be no stopping them. So that's a whole big thing. I thought I was right with the team forming, kind of coming together, and stuff like that. Freaking, I may still not be off. I don't know, but it looked like Ju-hee retired
She
supposedly.
should have. She should
Uh,
have.
yeah, she's going through a lot, stuff like that, and it's stressful with a lot of things. But I also understand both sides of the story. So it's just like, if it's too much for you, you can't handle it. You need to remove yourself from the situation. Cool, leave the situation by all means. If that's what's best for you, leave. I've also seen on the other side, like getting back into the saddle with some things kind of helps with that, And it seemed like she was better. She was better. She was on her healing, and she was trying to. She had a little slight misstep, but otherwise she was like in there to do her thing. She provided the buffs, and she was ready to kind of go at it with healing and protecting until she got shut down. I don't know if that was like a mental block or if the guy did something. Block. Like, I ain't see anything particularly. So her retiring may not be bad. It just depends on if someone's going to bring her back into the fold later on. That we're unsure of. But the one of the main things I got from this episode was all the contract talk, all the negotiations, and what's going on with the contracts. Like, we knew that money was
Jin-Ho.
going to be involved. Yeah, we knew that Jinho was going to have money involved, but he's throwing like he's locking down money for the gates. Like, he's spending an absurd amount of money to lock down all the sea gates so that they can build up their reputation. And on top of that, he's got a squad of 6 other hunters.
Or
That he
basically nobody's.
basically nobody. Well, one the girl, she and again I didn't get her name,
She's an
so
E rank, so she a nobody.
she's an
She's
E
gonna be a
rank,
somebody, but right now
but
she looks like a nobody because she probably goes to school with Sung Jin-Woo's sister and is probably gonna put 2 and 2 together at some point.
yeah, and I think that's where the connection is gonna lie. But yeah, she's because she was featured prominently, so that. But the fact is that they're getting paid 3 mil a gate, 3 gates a day at
That's good
least
money.
to get just to stand by and watch the gate while these two go in and handle everything, harvest, whatever the case may be. And even with the crystals, like, you gotta think of how much he's spending on the gates. He's spending, like, what was it? Like, he's paying per gate. He's like 150 mil to lock
That's
down.
what he was allegedly paying. So it's like I don't know how much he's actually paying because I know Sung Jin Woo did a good bit of strong arming there. He's learned the corporate game pretty well, and he picked up a piece from our former stealth assassin who's like, I know how to talk to people. I'm strong enough that people won't be able to say no. And you can kind of bully little people. And next thing you know, he had a business deal together that's in your favor.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like freaking 150 million per gate, and he's paying out freaking 3 million per gate 6 times. So that's 18 mil going out. So that you bring in about freaking what on a good day they said about 200 mil is about what you get for the crystals in the gate and stuff like that. So seems like he's taking a little bit of a loss, but freaking towards the end, selling off those 3 gates that apparently he wasn't spending 150 million on. Look like they were only worth about 70 million, and he took the guy for 2 million for 3 gates. It's like, yo, that shit was, it was wild. It was great. Just the fact that they did that whole setup, and I like that as he gets more leveled up because he was getting several level ups throughout the entirety of going through all these gates. Like he is leveling up like crazy throughout the others. Like not only is his and he mentions his intellect stuff, but his intellect in reference to his mana, like he is getting smarter and smarter, more of a tactician, more of a businessman. Everything is kind of coming full circle with him. So it's not just he's getting stronger, which is kind of what you see with some other anime. So the character will get stronger and stuff, but they're still a box of rocks. It's like
Goku.
he is leveling up all the way around and stuff. And I'm really interested to see like where his character goes, like in the end, when he finally has to face off against, another fighter that's gonna be on par with him. Because right now nobody is really on par with him. Like even when he dealt with Tashik kinda quick. It's kinda like, okay, let me just kinda see what's going on, da da da. And now I'm leagues above you immediately after meeting you.
Even though he still said he can't probably take that A rank, and then we don't know what the gap between A and S is, so that's going to
Yeah,
be where our difficulty really lies in assessing where Sung Jin Woo is going to be able to assert himself, and ultimately by messing up this business deal by strong arming this one guy, who's to stop this dude from being like, hey, I found your dude. I know exactly where his dungeons are. I know where he'll be at to S rank, old boy. And next thing you know, we have a whole mess on our hands where it's a straight jumping and he's not ready. Because we got only 2 episodes left of this season. And things are picking up at a rapid pace. And we still have to figure out what's going on with Yunho, that businessman having the PTSD that he is having to that level of severity, and he's trying to run this illegal operation out of the sight of the media behind the corporation's eyes. He's trying to go back to that one island. What is going on over there? And it's like
yeah,
we have so many pieces in place that are moving beautifully. Manhwa and the webtoon series of solo leveling, beautifully created. Beautifully created. I want to say at least that much. My side of things. Where you head with the rest of this? I know there's still stuff to break down with this
I
episode.
mean, it's just wondering like where are we gonna go with the guild? So we already know that one guild is aware of him, and
White Tiger Guild.
he's got to make a report to spirits over that. So, and he got shafted. He recognized he got shafted, but he's like, at least he has the contract details. So it's like, okay, what is he going to do with that? What is he trying to put together as far as to, basically put his thumb down on, Jin-Woo? How is he going to relay this to any of the other guilds? Because guilds do share information to a degree, even though they're rivals and guilds like that. I guarantee you, information is shared among some of the higher ups about stuff that's going on, and I have no doubt some of them would team up to take down someone who is a threat to their guild at some point in time. So that's the whole thing. I think Jinho, like rich kid, he's in trouble because I think that they're gonna come after him at some point. He
He
can't
been
really
off a
defend himself.
lot to chew on.
Yeah, he's trying to make a name for himself, but I don't think he realizes how much danger is associated with it. It's like Jin-Woo can protect himself so that, but he can't protect everybody. Like, and if he's got somebody coming at him, and you got 2 S ranks, coming at him, he's not gonna be able to deal with the A rank or B rank, whatever that's coming after you. And so that, like, you got to be able to defend yourself. So it's like you got all this fancy armor that you can't even stand up in. It's like, what's going to happen? Like, I think Sangmin, like he's definitely got his eye on stuff. Like he got shafted and stuff like that, but he's not gonna let that go lightly. So there's still a lot of stuff that he can do, and we have to see where he's gonna go with it. But the biggest thing about this for me is he's got his new abilities and stuff leveled up. So advanced dagger wielding, fatal strike, dash, and all that stuff leveled up. He's got the stealth skill now, so like that. What is the job change? I want to know what that is. That's my biggest mystery of this entire episode now. What is the job change? Can he change his class? Are there classes involved? Like, what's the
Is he
deal?
picking
Because
a subclass? Like, if you've played these RPG style games, you know there's layers to this. You're not just, I'm just a soldier. It's like, well, what kind of soldier are you? Are you like a battle mage? Are you kind of a knight? Like,
are you
what's your
like
niche?
multi-class?
Where are you gonna go into?
Yeah, it's like what is going to happen? That's the biggest thing. Because like again, we just know everybody is pretty much fighters and stuff. Like everybody's kind of fighters. So you got fighters, you got healers, you got mages and stuff. It's like all right, you got like the general classes, but is he changing a class to learn something else in addition? Because I got a piece of that from Song, One Arm,
Hmm.
like that. He said like yeah, he had to switch to using magic because of his arm, so that but he still knows how to use a sword. He picked up a sword to scrap. So technically he was multi-classed, right?
Hmm.
He's using mage, whatever. So is it the same kind of thing? Like you still have use of your other abilities and stuff like that, and you're just adding something on, or what? So I don't know. I'm hyped. I'm ready to go. Next episode is going to be off the chain. In regards to whatever they decide to set up. So I'm hyped. I'm sorry, I can't get any more hyped than I am right now as far as this show is concerned.
I was gonna say because everything we have going on is gonna lead us perfectly into the next anime that we'll be covering. So this is definitely gonna be the bread and butter that's keeping everything moving on. And I mean, Fake is going to be a huge player here shortly. Juju Island is going to come into play very prominently here moving forward, and ultimately seeing where our hero Sung is going to be able to go with everything going on here is going to be super interesting because his sister is still running about in the open. He's done nothing for his mom. But the thing they didn't touch upon this episode that they definitely touched upon last episode, Song is slowly losing his humanities. He's slowly losing his abilities for compassion, for kindness, for going out and doing the right thing for other people. He just literally strong armed somebody back when, you know, 8, 9 episodes ago, he would have never considered ever stabbing anyone in the back ever for any number of reasons. He did this on a whim without any notice, without any heads up whatsoever. He was able to craft this plan together. We don't even know if his contract with Jin-Ho was legitimate or how much he showed. He literally just did one of these where he flashed his phone on the screen. It was like, this is it if you want to see it. And he could have been bluffing for all we know. What kind of depths has he sunk into within his core mentality to where he's able to do things like this on a whim without being emotionally bothered whatsoever? And the fact he was willing to draw a knife, cut this businessman's face in the middle of a cafe. He's
While
picking
using this
up
stuff,
things from other hunters, but he's not picking up what the fact that their failures were. The lack of morality and the fact that they believe they're unbeatable is their downfall. And if Sung Jin Woo is going to continue to get this strong, he's only going to run into god tier characters. And right now, he's worried about A rank. So I'd be worried about which friends you piss off because the White Tiger Guild, we don't know who's in it. We don't know their best hunter. We don't know any parameters about this. I'm not sure he even does.
mm,
So just trying to strong arm a corporation like this in a very corporate espionage world where if you bump shoulders with the wrong person and you rub them the wrong way, your whole business goes under. And I'm not talking just a little bit under, 6 feet under with you in it. So Jinwoo walking a very fine line right now. Still need to figure out how to handle that castle dungeon, which, you know, between only having 2 episodes left, a castle dungeon and an S rank after you,
I
fans,
mean,
stay locked and loaded.
yeah, the next episode, a knight who defends an empty throne. If that isn't ominous, I don't know what it is. Like,
This whole series is ominous, and it's just as ominous as you sitting here for 15 minutes, not hitting that lovely red subscribe button. I don't have anything else for you. Will, do you have anything else for the people?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
We got a lot of content coming up for you guys. X-Men 97 is on the way. Star Wars The Bad Batch. We'll still be doing those live streams. We have Dragon's Dogma 2 dropping next week, and we will continue on with this and some Star Wars Battlefront over on our Twitch. Thank you guys for all the love and support. See you in the next one.